Today is still the same day. Today is Wednesday, and I'm coming back because I want to talk about something else. And I may do, because sometimes when things come in my mind, if I don't discuss them right then, I'll forget it. I guess I'm having more senior moments. But what I want to talk about is all A's aren't the same. I don't know how much I heard because my camera acting crazy. But anyway, so I was just on Facebook, and it was over in Peru, I think it was, or somewhere, where it was a young boy. The police saw him. He was up under the street light, laid out on his stomach doing his homework because he didn't have any money or didn't have the right documentation to get their utilities service, please. He was determined to go to school in good grades because what he wanted to do was become a police officer so he could help fight the crime. I guess crime was high in his area or whatever. But anyway, that came to me. All A's are not the same. And I can remember, if y'all remember a story I told y'all where this girl and I both needed the same class to graduate. We were seniors at the same time in college. And I didn't get my bachelor's degree till I was 34 years old because I had kids young. I had to go to work and take care of them. Just life, you know. But anyway, I was determined to finish. But anyway, so the advisor who had to schedule our class asked the other girl. He didn't ask me, he asked her. And she came back and told me, he asked her, did he think that I'd be able to pass the class? And I guess she told him, yeah, well, but he did allow me to go ahead and take this particular class. And y'all, she made a B and I made a B. But when I say all good grades, I guess I can say all good grades not the same. But here's my dilemma. I was a single parent of 2 kids working 2 jobs, a full-time and a part-time job to provide. And she was working only part-time and she had a husband. She may have been doing 20 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? So for her to make the same grade, for me, for my A, or for some A's, how do you measure, you know, when you look at, just say you look at a person's transcript and you got 2 people and both of them magna, summa cum laude or whatever, but you got one who was homeless, who was raising kids along and all that, and the other one, all they had to do was go to school. Parents put money in their account and everything. How do you measure who's going to be the most successful person? Are you going to base it just on their GPA? So that's what I'm saying. Life circumstances put us in situations that others may not even be able to survive. You know, but all I'm saying is it needs to be an equal playing field for people. Don't just look at the person with the highest GPA. You know, what were their circumstances? Because the whole time I was in school, I worked. Now, sometimes I made the dean's list. I never made the president's list though, working with my kids and stuff. I did the president's list with my first daughter, but she was home with my parents. But my second daughter, well, I had the 2 of them together when I was in school, you know, when I was on the dean's list. Most semesters I was, you know. But what I'm saying is, we always want to, you know, if you talk about the people getting the better jobs and everything based on their grades, but what were the life circumstances, you know, at the same time that they were, you know, pursuing their degree? A lot of us had to work, you know, provide for our families and everything. And like I said earlier, in the earlier clip, talking about, you know, kids being successful, making good grades, coming to school hungry. I remember a friend telling me about this one little girl coming to church. She'd get up in the morning and dress up her little siblings, and they'd come to church, and the mom in the house drunk. So, you know, everybody got a story. And some have some horrible stories to tell you. That's just like a young girl I know. I didn't know she posted today that she was a survivor of some type of abuse. I never even knew that. I never even knew that. But I'm telling you, life is hard. It really, really is. But I'm telling you, reading Michelle Obama's book, it really, really inspired me. Reading that book is almost like we friends. You know what I'm saying? Because I can relate on so many levels. And I thought about something earlier today in her book that one time I was talking to my assistant. We had just had a meeting one Thursday, and that evening the next day, I mean, I was talking to her, and I thought about it. Sometimes I come across in those meetings maybe a little abrasive or combative or whatever, and I need to change it. I remember Michelle Obama was telling me about a situation where she had, and they went back and they looked at her tapes and everything, and I'm beginning to feel the same way. And I told her about it. I said, do I feel like I'm argumentative or something? And you know, she's real timid and stuff, real quiet and stuff. She said, yeah. But I just like people to be honest with me. I love honest feedback. I don't want friends who give me yes all the time. Because every yes is not a good yes. Sometimes the answer needs to be no. Like my daughter told me one time, you always negative. Well, if negative is the truth, that's a story that needs to be told. Quit wanting people to agree with everything you say. If somebody always agreeing with you, that's not your friend. You need a real friend. Somebody that's going to say, you don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? You going to do something to get you in trouble. You going to get yourself in trouble. You don't want to do that. I need a friend like that in my life. Well, several of them. Oh, Lord, y'all, they got a big green lizard. That thing's so pretty and green, though, I swear it looked fake. But anyway, yeah. So, I don't know. I just want the world to be a better place. And I'm down south, y'all, and I'm just telling you, you wonder why. And a lot of the books you read about people in life, a lot of times, they've been migrated, a lot of the blacks, they've been migrated from the South. I was just reading about this guy, and he has is it the Black Godfather or the Godfather or something that's on Netflix. It's a story about this guy Clarence, and I can't think of his last name, but he didn't even graduate from high school, but he left the poverty-stricken South Carolina, and he's been very successful. President Barack Obama said he was instrumental in getting him elected in 2004. I think he said election. He's dealt with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, just all kind of people. So I'm saying, and I posted on there, there's a lot of hidden talent in the South. It really, really is. And it's so sad that, you know, the most successful Southerners are not Southerners by the time they reach the level of success that they're able to obtain, because it's just always, I don't know, the South is just an oppressed place to me. Yes, I'm not gonna spit. I'm still here and everything, but it's just, I can't even explain it. But at one time on Facebook I had posted where that picture from the guy on Get Out. I had posted his picture and I put Get Out of Louisiana though. I put that on there. And you know, sometimes I feel like that. Especially now that my mother's gone, my son has graduated from high school. I don't know. It may just be a matter of time. All right, y'all, I'll be back.